There are several types of grease on the market, and depending on a customer's equipment needs, it can be overwhelming figuring out which one to use. Mystik Lubricants Heavy-Duty Product Line Manager, Mark Betner, is here to help us with selecting the right grease for the application. Mark, what are some important things to keep in mind when selecting a grease?
When selecting a grease, it's important to check the owner's manual, which includes relubrication intervals and recommended greases for your equipment. It is also important to know under what temperatures and environment the grease will be used. For example, is it going to be cold, hot, dirty, or wet?
Oftentimes you'll see greases referred to as NLGI number 1 or number 2. What does this mean?
NLGI stands for the National Lubricating Grease Institute, and they certify grease. You'll commonly see NLGI number 1 and 2 greases, but these numbers can range from 000 up to 6. These numbers measure the hardness of the grease. Lower numbers are softer greases and easier to pump over longer distances. If you have a long hose or you're in cooler temperatures, a number 1 grease or lower may be best.
What about a number 2 grease?
A number 2 grease is the most common hardness for grease and consistency. Number 2 greases are recommended by more manufacturers due to their ability to stay in place over a wider but normal temperature range.
Another thing you see is NLGI GCLB certified. Can you explain what this means?
NLGI GC means grease is acceptable for use on disc brake wheel bearings, and NLGI LB means it is acceptable for chassis lubrications. If a grease is NLGI GC LB, then that means it is acceptable for both disc brake wheel bearing and chassis applications.
So I know there are several types of greases, starting with a general purpose or economical grease. When would you use this kind of grease?
General purpose grease is ideal where a low-cost product is needed on inexpensive and non-critical parts where premium performance is not required. This type of grease is meant for low-speed bearings where frequent relubrication is required, such as swivel hitch or on the farm for a gate hinge.
I know Mystik has a premium JT6 grease line with products for virtually every application. Let's start with JT6 multi-purpose number 2 grease.
Mystik JT6 multi-purpose number 2 grease is designed for moderate temperatures up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Multi-purpose grease is great for applications such as trailer bearings that don't have disc brakes, boat trailers, and chassis lube points on tractors. It provides excellent water resistance in freshwater applications. If you need added protection against salt water, a more specialized grease like Mystik JT6 High Performance Marine Grease would be required. What's great about Mystik JT6 multi-purpose grease is that it's available as an aerosol. It's perfect for hard-to-reach locations such as bearings on overhead or garage door. Just greased my garage door the other day and it sounded like new.
So what if you're looking for a grease for higher temperatures?
Mystik JT6 High Temp number 2 is a premium high-performance grease for higher temperatures up to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. It's one of the most versatile products and provides excellent protection against wear, high loads, rust, oxidation, and water. It's also certified NLGI GC LB for disc brake wheel bearings and chassis. JT6 High Temp number 2 can be used for most automotive lubrication points, car and truck chassis lubrication points, and even truck fifth wheels.
Mystik also has JT6 High Temp number 2 with 3% moly. What difference does the moly add to this product?
Greases with moly are best for use where dirt and dust may be present. Even if grease is squeezed out, this grease leaves a dry film of protection behind, making it perfect for construction and mining equipment like backhoes or front-end loaders.
What synthetic blend greases does Mystik offer?
Mystik offers JT6 Synthetic Blend number 2 grease and Mystik JT6 Synthetic Blend Super Heavy Duty 460 grease. JT6 Synthetic Blend number 2 grease was formulated primarily for cars or light trucks to provide added cold temperature performance and protection where NLGI GCLB grease is required. If you're operating in colder temperatures below 10 degrees, this grease will provide you the best overall performance as well as year-round protection.
And when would you use Mystik JT6 Synthetic Blend Super Heavy Duty 460 grease?
Primarily for heavy-duty trucks, but it can also be used in agriculture and construction equipment where heavy-duty protection is necessary for extreme loads and temperatures. This grease provides twice the load carrying capability of other leading greases and can help extend service life. It can even consolidate greases as a single solution grease for chassis and fifth wheel.
What about a full synthetic grease?
Mystik JT6 High Temp No. 2 Full Synthetic ISO 220 grease is our best all-around product, period. It would replace any of the products we discussed, high or low temperature. It is NLGI GCLB for automotive and light truck, but also excellent for heavy industrial, mining, steel mills, and construction. It offers excellent corrosion protection, low temperature performance and pumpability, water resistance, and high temperature oxidation resistance.
That's an impressive lineup of Mystik JT6 performance greases. And if you're still not sure which grease is right for you, check the industry icons on the Mystik packaging to help you narrow it down further.